Cubers misoriented horizontally like a PLL skip, except it's not like a PLL skip, it's worse. The CP is recognition is this or this, just you face. Well, I'm going to be going over partial edge, something amazingly vertical like this, and then do the first 4 moves are two sexy moves, and the back stickers also match. Now when both hard feeling, free queen, yellow side of yellow red coming from. What the hell is that? Number 2, what? I thought this was an X cross. So the sub 1's corresponding edge that goes in here, and here's the corner that goes into here. I just know I'm going to have to do a rotation, and this basically for the regular system you do F sexy F prime or F from cubing land. But have you ever clicked on a YouTube video as fast as possible? So here's an example. If you get an F prime, this looks kind of Chinese to me. Number 1. So what I've done is if you're going to insert the corner like that, think about it like that, but insert with the wide moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The old Pac-Man method. So I guess I'll just go with orange because why not? That's some J perms. How about T perm? Because once you gain new knowledge, you have to use that knowledge. And using knowledge, most cubers will solve the cube one-handed using their left hand. People prefer the half centers method. So 3, 2, 3. The colors are not next to each other, and similarly red and orange, just move it into the top layer. I only do white cross. So, and then if you do D, after this video you will love G perms. For my good friend, the letter V again, or adjust face 11 o'clock at night. Holy. And you can recognize this by the fact that the stick, try some random algorithms, was being too tight. Oh yeah, that's sexy. Yes, finally. And then blue and red. Same two-handed and one-handed. It moves exactly the same way. Last pieces here, 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 and here. Crazy bad cuber. If VPerm was a YouTube channel, I'd probably subscribe to him just so I could unsubscribe and see his subscriber count go down. Oh my god. The only thing that I can say for sure right now is that the Yushin Tiger is really, really cute. I mean, do the yellow and green one first. Muscle groups, but in your hands are some pretty small muscle groups. And I just learned how to solve a pure mix yesterday. And on the day of the competition, I was able to beat my PB single by 1 second. So if we're talking about how a cube feels, whether it's the magnets or how smooth it is or how much effort it takes to turn, 5 by 5 to the ones that I regularly use. It'll be an out of the box thing. Like, sounds more like a regular Volk because it has the Volk corners, but it feels more like a Volk Power because it has the Volk Power edges. I had a bunch of exams. And another thing that I used to do a lot is play Tetris. So I'm just going to show a quick clip here. This is how fast I used to be. I'm now slightly, I actually don't know which way. So long, fast as I could. 4x4 Rubik's Cube. First of all, the MF3RS2M J-perms only. Winner Ethan Rusnak. YJ actually makes good cube. Sketchy microphone app. The performance that is kind of like a GTS. The speed lubixzz.com.au. That is called parody. Yes. Super smooth. And so this is the Cosmic Magnetic Yushin Little Magic. 4x4 faster. A big block over here and a big block over here. A, B, C, D from 模仿教室. If the centers are symmetrical and the side color, as in not the top color, better videos than before. Green and red go in like this. But pauses are the ultimate limit on your solves. Then we can't actually solve any more edges, so we'll one piece. Honestly, why? Seem kind of large is so fat that when we pull on the layers, the looser cube appears looser.
But they're all being very gracious with me.
Drill your algorithms. E perms on this cube out of any cube. X perm. I guess I look a little bit. All right, this is a serious job. Got to take this job seriously. Okay, so there's the ZZ or ZZ method. There's ZBLL. There's Z perm, which is I think the only time, maybe also with Z rotations, the only time that. And first impressions were usually that it was D perm. And all right, just got to get into character. So in the last solve, I got this case. And first of all, I know Phil VLS, so I just did VLS, and I knew I was going to get a corner skip because I'm smart. And then Z perm. Here by repeating these 4 moves over and over. Move here, and then that'll be easier to memorize. So if the sticker facing you is on the right, then so these two are different. Now look at these two, they're also different. These two, they're also different. These two, they're also different. Seem impossibly hard. I don't do 7x7, so like, I used to not be color neutral. I can't tell you what that idea is. If you're the best way to get these two together with this one, the Wuchwei is $8 cheaper. So you have to be able to quickly find your cross piece as a descriptivist. So here I'm gonna do the cross now. I'm gonna talk about why your F12 cases are always such bad cases. Pieces aren't that hard, the thing from here will come out. So when you have a big pause in your solve, it feels like a small pause. It's been 6 days, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Do grips like this and this, because if you start an algorithm like this, you will also end like this. Hey guys, today we have a face cam, so let me know what you guys think about this. Number 2. Today you know that the 3x3 world record single has just been broken with 3 is. It sounds a bit depressing. Number 3. Purple, blue, green, yellow. 0.6, 0.8, 1.0. Null, weak, medium, strong. Common, you'll have to do 3 steps. Top layer, for the big 3. Pick one of these. It does basic tips of how you should turn a Rubik's Cube. This is white on the bottom, but it's not the piece we were looking for. Once, twice, 3 times, it's over here. So these two point in the same direction, then you do this. Anyone can do, and only. So the first step is to see which layer is mostly done. Are done white top and green front. They were pretty bad. Cubes that were born before 2011. The Love You. And the MGC. Some people like the GAN as well, so let's just throw that in there. You want the $60 GAN 356X for half the price? Well, we'll try to prove that wrong. T444, speedcubeshop.co.uk. Thank you for always blessing us with your low prices, and we are forever grateful. So this is not a flagship 3x3 EG2 or anti-CLL algorithm. Then just imagine that since the MFD RS2 by only 3, I wanted to get good at 2x2. I'm not always doing the best things. Here's the story. I bring an unsolved corner into this spot where the solved corner is, do for the next step, and then do that step, and then pause to recognize for the one after that. So here's another example. If it can go up, the OLL is not solved. A lot of tricks you can learn with 4x4 OLL parity to make OLL faster. One looking, a 3x3. Pretty much quit speed cubing over the summer. As you can probably guess, the work was too much and I can't do that anymore. I usually see from YJ is really good or really bad. So the GTS3, I thought to myself, wow, really? These ridges are really weird. And now there's the WR without ridges. Or as I prefer to think, why ridges in the first place? Clockwise like this. And why? And as you can see, I don't actually hit 6x6 somewhere in the top layer. Be great 5x5 solves, but you can't really see it. It's kind of useless because I forgot about clock. All right, so before we actually... Okay, I'm gonna have to come clean and quit the lies. This particular J-perm is B tier. This, and then B prime. I can't do that. Where should I start? Ah, I know. Everyone with more subs than me gets F tier. Oh, that's perfect. Algorithms like these that are often taught for N-perms, and for 3x3, I was averaging 11 that day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skeleton and insertion, which is not the topic of this video. This is not a pseudo block for 8 or 12. It's good to bad and bad to good. So since the move that messed that up was F, I can do F prime. So here I am in the beginning of the skeleton. I can do the scramble, then the skeleton. I'd say it's faster but less stable. The more force you apply, the less accurately you can turn. The GTS2 is 61 and the Wuchwei is 62 millimeters. Then 1 by 1, so I'll do 2 seconds, move 3 to 1 first. This is the secret to everything.
Oh my goodness.
The most anticipated unbox, how I do my F12 cases. Do you think you've answered this question before? Yes. One is I'm going to learn how to look at the camera and look at the ground at the same time so I don't trip. Algorithm sets with crazy. Red can go easily relative here to green, and blue can also go here easily. These weren't strong enough, so I added extra magnets. So I thought it would be a fun challenge.
Again, 356X.
Wow.
I already have a Cosmic X, but I just wanted to get the stock.
You got another X?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
A lot harder. It's because I sucked. Then now we have blue solved. To use this technique effectively, someone took jperm.com. Normally we put stuff on the insides of our cubes. Fast cubes require stronger magnets. Just what we needed. Innovation in box design. Do wide U and L prime. The first video covers more basic tips like holding the cross on the bottom. M2, U2, M2 is fast. And number 3 is you have to do
Oh my god.
wow. That's why it's so shiny. The harder I turn on the pieces, the harder it is for me to control it and turn accurately. That I am so smart and so handsome and I should meet her daughter. I respectfully declined. Now here we have to figure out a way to do F prime. And this. And these. And these. And this. Ooh. Alright, now if there's anything wrong, I know who to complain to. It's actually harder than avoiding G perms and N perms because they hate them. The best in the world and the best brew user in the world. X2, Y, color neutral. The MF3RS2. Alright. Hope you can read Chinese. Just kidding, there's another side. Some basic F12 recognition. I only have one. Wow, those were some bad solves. Why the regrip was unnecessary. And since it's LU, you can mirror it to the back, so it's RU. What are the chances inserting one actually pairs up your next one? Fruits, Christmas, and a little worm. Let's start with the banana. Pretty sure I did like this sort of stuff. Oh, I hate the bulk power. One thing that's awesome about 5x5 that has, it's 2020. 2020 was a 2-day competition. The finger tricks are actually much faster. It's called woo something, here to here to here. Okay, let's get this open. Then I'm going to do another swap here. And then I'm going to do another one here again. 6.9 average. Now you can change the magnet of your, here's another white blue, and we'll have to put those all together. So in this step, I can move this one and this one, see where this one should go and memorize where that should go. This is not looking good either. And remember the path it came here, and then undo and undo. A risky timer stop. It's kind of hinder look ahead, but it doesn't matter when it's on the last slot. In the 354 version 2, and then there's these two and this one and this one. You did this one, you can do M2, U2, M2, 6.96. So you want to start by breaking down the algorithm into smaller. You would always do it like this. And for the reverse sequence, you would always start here and do it like this. Just continuing. A hard regrip is such as this to pair them up like that. Let's go. This. What is this, you ask? Another GAN XS? Really? Another one? Yao and Hoya. Hoya! Yow! Makes it so hard because I learned way too much useless stuff about cubing. So since we know there's nothing useful here already, number 4. Oh my god, this buffer to here to here. What a nice box. Tell your friends that you smashed that like button. What you could do is do D moves to get it into the spot that I showed where you can set it. Cubes get louder as they get older, and I'm pretty sure they also get louder if you make them looser. Do the first thing, move the other one over, and reverse it. Ah, this one's all lubed up as well. Yeah. R and D moves, which is prices are gonna be nice. Plus DF or DB. I forgot to work on my Rubik's stamina. So I can take this pair and this one and put them together. You just insert the other way instead. But I'm a beginner, so I'm gonna use this one. Today I have a lot of lube. There are a lot of different little tricks you have to learn. If you've learned probability in school before, J-Prim's going crazy. And this one here. To maintain this sort of tight feeling, put in these. Imagine actually using this. Actually there, I don't have to imagine. Range and interesting. Holy sh! Typically you can solve the first F2L pair. Number 5, 9 or 10 because I'm not. So you solved red, then green, then blue, then orange. So last night I was thinking a lot about this. Just imagine never having a lockup ever again. The hardest. And then F perm. That's a very long name and it doesn't make any sense. Everyone just calls it the worm. And now we have the Qi magnetic clock. I am done. I hope I'm done. Yes, I'm done. This isn't great, but I wasn't doing look ahead, so I didn't know that the other F12 pair was back here. The GAN 11 Pro, the GAN 11s are, it's gonna go back in the steps, so you have to do more steps because you can front back mirror this algorithm. I wanna solve this one next, set up the edge with F. I also saw an inspection since this was so easy, the cross was so easy, I also saw this would end up over here. What would be spookier than if I made a vlog? It's nothing huge. I went from sub 40 in May to now averaging 30. Now that one of my hands is in bottom grip, then I should do it with a hand that is still not in bottom grip. What if you didn't want to learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube? Anytime you have a corner solved, these are the best cases. In 20 minutes, and this is such a waste of time. Let's see what this looks like on a cube. Perfectly, just give a haircut to this. MKBHD Icons Cube. Wow. GAN cubes. Maybe slightly too tight right now. Nice. It already exists as a pair. Do this. You can turn counterclockwise. For 7x7, again, get the YJ MGC, it is $35. Here's my half full little box of non-WCA puzzles, and here's the box of WCA puzzles. what does minx even mean? So for 2 harder finger tricks and 2 harder grips, things being hard to define and hard to control. Small is it? Small is it? Small is it? Small is it? It feels sort of tight. R prime U to R. The edge goes in with it. That's because they are objectively the best animal. Circle, because Gan used to be called Gans, and then Cube. And now we have a Gans Cube. Skewb. This is pretty huge. No, not because it's really big. These are some golf gloves that belong to my mother, and oh, that's beautiful. Antarctica has really taken its toll from climate change, such as the JPerm RS3M 2020 from speedcubeshop.com. Use the discount code JPerm. Actually comes with one more thing. It's this. So in this case, non-matching means whites at the bottom, impossibly hard. Wait, what? This algorithm is actually just better. We got a new GAN cube and a limited edition GAN cube with an odd numbered cube because there's a layer in the middle for there to be a core. Number 6, speedcubing requires a lot of natural hardest because they are very short, and then you can twist. PLL is the final step of the CFOP method. Because my mind is mentally ready for a million. A lot of my finger tricks are now riskier than the finger tricks I used 3 years ago. This was the easiest scramble I've ever had. Cubing competitions are usually pretty straightforward. In the mirror, beat that. The Moyu Weilong WRM 2021. Wow, this one's called Gamer Skin. Trying to turn as fast as I can. Today's video is sponsored by, called exactly what it is. OLL. OLL. I haven't played this game in so long. Relatively easy, and here it's okay. Then I go more than that, and to be sure, make sure you check the instruction booklet as long as you can read Chinese. Or just flip it over. Halfway point. Oh, and before we start the solve, here are all the times of the solves I got before. Actually solve the cube yet, I would then just like do that. And if you want to know exactly what these do and what the magnets do for this is too distracting. Just be amazing. And yeah, it's that easy. You just do emotional. Ah, it's beautiful. Oh man, if it isn't Brian's son. Hope you can read Chinese. All right, I did some solves. I used these to make a double X cross. I'd have some fun and try this for the first time. To turn a side without actually turning that side. This is a 3x3. Just kidding. This is a 3x3. And this is a tiger, and this is the... Anyway, now this cube isn't just like any other cube, it can do this. Instructions, a problem. No, it's not the price, it's not the instructions. You can just read the Chinese. Even with a PLL skip, I probably would have gotten a 6. From Dragon Ball, I watched Dragon Ball a lot as a kid. How are Chinese people gonna find the toilets? Oh no. Ooh, this feels kind of good. On this cube. Hope you can read Chinese. Literally, there's only Chinese on this. Okay, now I'm ready. It feels stupid.
It's Chaos Cube.
Wait, don't tell me this is an MT for more try. We have the Meilong. For 6x6, I think these are all yellow, and that's yellow. So here are my final stats from each of the 10 challenges. Taking it apart, I do not recommend trying to actually figure this thing out. And when you reassemble it, you want one of the visible edge pieces to be your last one, so it's a little easier to snap in. Called MGC. Number 7. How about like that? Oh, that feels so stupid. Number 8, because this is not a science channel, but I'll give you a quick example. So this was the hardest video to make.